Read yesterday morning called Pinchas. Has anyone here ever heard of Pinchas? He is distinguished by having the only medal ever awarded by God in the Bible. Pinchas, he got something called a Brit Shalom, the covenant of peace. Why? Here's what happened. There was a group of Midianites and Moabites that don't exist anymore who were trying to seduce Israel into idolatry and apostasy. And Israel was threatening to go along. They were getting seduced by it. And Pinchas, who was a priest, took matters into his own hands and stopped it. And God awards him with this Medal of Honor. And so what we're here tonight to say is thank you and God bless you for being here and for trying to help the Jewish people and all the people that love Israel take action to stop the hurt of Israel and to bless Israel. And for those of you who may know the organization Christians United for Israel, one of their favorite lines is from the book of Esther, where Mordecai says to Esther, maybe you were created just for this moment. I want to close with the most famous blessing in the Bible, in the Old Testament, from the book of Numbers, the priestly benediction. But I told a story to Reverend Shaw before, and he said I should tell you the story. Who watched Star Trek? Anybody watch the original Star Trek series? How do you say hello in Vulcan? How do you say hello? Right? You don't do that? And what did he say? He said, live long and prosper. You know where that comes from? Mr. Spock's grandfather, we call him Zadie in Yiddish, was a priest, a Kohen. And when priests bless, they go like this, and they say the priestly benediction. And it begins with, a lot of you know it, may God bless you and keep you, may God's countenance shine. All right, I'm going to say it to you in Hebrew in a second. And when the producer said, how should Vulcan say hello to honor his grandfather, he said, how about this? Live long and prosper. So that's where the blessing comes from, and we want to thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for being here tonight. Why don't you rise for a moment? Let me bless you. May God bless you and keep you. May God lift up God's countenance to you and be gracious unto you. May God lift up God's countenance to you and grant you all of us, a world of peace and a life of peace. Amen. Amen.
Put your hands together for the round of this. Okay, at this time we're going to ask Aaron Elliott and the New Horizon Temple group to come up. We're going to do the national anthem and the Israel Hatikva, which is their national anthem. You'd all stand, please, for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars prove for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh,